Hey everyone, this is episode 20 of the GamersCircle show, and I'm your host Andy Wood. This is a show where I talk about comic books and gaming. When it comes to comic books, I'm going to pass along some comic book news that you may or may not know. I'm going to talk about the comic books I'm reading and tell you what I think, and then I'm going to let you know what's coming out new this week. And since I'm also a gamer, I again will talk about some gaming news that you may or may not know, and then I'm going to tell you about what I've been playing. Alright folks, let's talk about some of the comic book related news. First up is DC's sequel to the Man of Steel, which was announced back in San Diego Comic-Con 2013 to be called Superman, Batman, or Batman, Superman, whichever way you want to spin it. That's going to still have the same gentleman playing Superman, Henry Cavill, and then they came forward and said that Ben Affleck will be playing Batman. And then they had, it was fairly stable. A lot of Ben Affleck's hate and stuff like that. And, you know, I think I've already made my opinion clear about what I think Ben Affleck is going to do for the movie. In real short, as a real good analogy and comparison is look at Ben Affleck as Batman to what you all thought, and I mean all of you, thought that Robert Downey Jr. was going to do for Iron Man. And you were all wrong, even me. I didn't think he was going to pull it off, but he did. And now we all pretty much love him as Iron Man or Tony Stark. So at this point, I really think that Ben Affleck has matured as a person, as an actor, and he's proven it with Argo and Town, and he does not want to disappoint fans. So I think he's going to do a great job. But then again, it all depends upon the script, the directing, so you can't blame everything about the movie's failure towards one actor, and I guess you could. Anyways, let's go into some specifics. So, originally the movie's supposed to come out July 2015, but they have announced that it's been delayed till May of 2016, and they're saying that it's because Ben Affleck has an injury. Now, whether it was related to the movie or not, they didn't go into details. And they pushed this, Warner Brothers DC has pushed it out to May 2016, which is huge news. Because, for one, it's a delay. For the second, that is the same month that Marvel has actually got a movie scheduled. So now we're talking about a Marvel DC showdown. Now, a lot of websites have specified the exact date of an unnamed, and it's still unnamed, Marvel movie on the exact same day. So again, May 6th, 2016, that's 2 years away, and we don't know what the movie is. And it could be, a lot of people were saying it could have been Ant-Man, but that already got a release date, so it's not Ant-Man. And then a lot of people were speculating it was going to be the sequel to the X-Men Days of Future Past, which has been announced as the X-Men Apocalypse movie, but that does have a release date in May, but it's May 27th, I believe. So, could Marvel have 3 movies released in May? I don't think so. So, we're going to see a huge May release, 2016, for superhero movies. Now, there is also something very significant about that weekend, whether we have a Marvel movie and or a DC movie. It's also the weekend of Free Comic Book Day 2016. So mark your calendars, all right? Let's get into some of this DC big rumor casting news. So we also know that Wonder Woman has been cast. Gal Gadot, I believe is how you pronounce it. And there was so many hate mails and tweets and that she's too skinny and stuff like that. I'm going, so what? Who really cares? I mean, is she a great actress? I've only seen her in Fast and Furious, and, you know, those movies don't leave a lasting impression, but I have seen many actors and actresses that were in smaller productions, not that Fast and Furious was small, but have grown. So I'm willing to give her a chance, and a lot of the people, if I digress here, a lot of the people that we saw in a movie where you saw a lot of ripped pectorials and some 300, there was a lot of actors in there that weren't designed for that role, but yet did. And so I think she'll be able to eat very healthy and hit the gym, and I think she's going to prove us all wrong. I think she's going to portray a pretty good role. It's going to be different than anyone's saying because the only reference we really have is Linda Carter. And that was back, what, late 70s, early 80s? And then, of course, there's the animated Wonder Woman. So we're just going to have to wait and see what their spin is on the new Batman and on the Wonder Woman. So everyone chill. Okay, just chill out. So let's talk about some more casting rumors. First up is that there's going to be a Nightwing cameo appearance by Adam Driver, and I believe he's in a Showtime or Starz movie, TV show, and I probably should have done my research a little bit better. He's going to be cast as Nightwing, and of course they've denied that. Josh Holloway, and if you look him up, he was the hunk, I guess, from Lost. And he's rumored to be cast as Aquaman. And there are some very, very strong rumors about Aquaman making an appearance in the movie, but not as Aquaman. So that's cool, I think. Another one, now this is not so much a rumor, but it's fact that Dwayne Johnson has had a sit down with Warner Brothers and DC about him doing a movie. Now, this is where the rumors get all. Originally, a lot of people think, ooh, Denzel Washington would make a great Green Lantern. Now, Dwayne Johnson could make a great Green Lantern. Yes, true. But no one's confirmed it or anything like that. So, again, lots of rumors. And again, with all these rumors about casting of all these roles for the Batman-Superman movie, people are now saying, is this the Justice League movie? And it might as well be called Justice League movie. Or Batman, Superman, Justice League prequel. So, something that was significant was that the Warner Brothers producer that's connected with the Superman, Batman movie came forward in a tweet that said, basically, yes, this is the Justice League movie. But it doesn't mean it's really what it's going to be called. I think it's going to be a fairly good setup if they do decide it. A lot of rumors still. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell. Now, this year also has some great superhero movies coming out, and I'm reading my notes here, so bear with me. So we have Captain America 2 is going to be in April. Amazing Spider-Man will be in May, so that will be the free comic book day movie for this year. So Amazing Spider-Man 2 in May. We have the X-Men Days of Future Past, which will be in July. Guardians of the Galaxy and Sin City 2. So Guardians of the Galaxy, not 2, but Guardians of the Galaxy and Sin City 2 are both in August. So lots of cool stuff happening this year for comic books. So I'm looking forward to most of them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I talk about what I have been reading, or what I'm now referring to as Andy's Rack.
Worst rack ever.
I promise to do better next time. Now, since there's been a huge gap, I do not want to go through every single title issue I've read in the last 2 months, but I thought I'd do a summary, so bear with me. Again, I have notes here, so bear with me, again, as I say. So, specific titles or story arcs that I deem worth reading or maybe not worth reading. And here we go. Marvel's Uncanny Avengers. Now, when this title first started, it was all gangbuster, and then it kind of went a little slow for me, and actually kind of got pushed down to the bottom of my read pile. But right now, all I got to say is, what the F? Rogue, Scarlet Witch, and Wonder Woman. I would have never suspected these three to be such principal characters in a story arc, and somebody dies. For real. So, a must-read, okay? Uncanny Avengers, must-read. Next one, Superior Spider-Man, and the current story arc is called Darkest Hour. And as everyone knows, there was this huge, we'll call it a debacle. A lot of people don't say that Peter Parker is actually the Superior Spider-Man, but when he takes off the mask, he is Superior Spider-Man. So, for all purposes, we're just going to say it's Peter Parker. Or not. Anyways, his Darkest Hour. So Superior Spider-Man, he's got a little newer outfit. He's got a gang. He's got a headquarters. He's got a little bit upgraded technology from when the Amazing Spider-Man was filling the role. And in this darkest hour, he basically takes on Venom, becomes the superior Venom, and takes on the Avengers. And we're still waiting to see what the outcome of this is going to be, because it's the Avengers. Next up is the Infinity War, or Infinity, which was a new Thanos story, which I was so looking forward to and was so let down. There was so much going on. There were so many superheroes and supervillains and some real obscure ones that I had completely forgotten about and had to look them up. And how it ended was very flat. I'm not saying that all stories have to have an ending, but it would be nice, especially when you build it up and then you do what they did at the end of the story. So I was let down pretty badly by Infinity. Then it leads into another story arc called Inhumanity, which is basically an Inhumans story, and that's having a rocky start too. So far Marvel's not doing super awesome with those two big story arcs. Next up is Forever Evil. Crime Syndicate has crossed over. They took care of the Justice League, or did they? And the supervillains are running things. It's a must-read. Pick it up. Some of the crossovers are fantastic. Some of the tie-ins are even better than fantastic. Bedfastic? I don't know. So, Forever Evil story arc, definitely worth the read. It's got some great art, some great writing going on in there, so try to pick it up if you can. Next up is the whole Batman, Batgirl. They did this, what was it called? 0 Year, and it was good. It was really good. Well, it was a good read, and there were some weak points, and at the end of it, I kind of sat back and said, well, this was basically year one for the New 52. And those are some great stories of pre-New 52 that they did for, Batman year one, Huntress year one, Batgirl year one. They did all these year one stories that kind of filled in the blanks of, not origins, but like early days of. And that's basically what that was. And, you got to kind of update time. So I would say it was definitely worth most of the read. Here's a story arc that I like. I don't like it a lot, but it's good. It's Cataclysm, or what I'm actually referring to as Ultimatum 2. If we go back to when the Ultimates comics, they had the Ultimates, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Fantastic Four. You had them all. And Ultimatum took place, which was basically the supervillains of the Ultimate Universe just went all out nuts, led by Magneto, and a lot of superheroes and supervillains died. So now you had this list of characters or cast members that actually dwindled quite a bit, and they brought it back. You still had Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, you still had Ultimate X-Men, and you had Ultimates. But the stories became slightly diluted until Cataclysm, and now you have this pumped up Galactus who crossed over a universe and got some juice, shall we say. He's got some new stuff, and now he's just kind of ripping Earth a new one, and no, it doesn't look like anyone's going to stop him. So is this the end of the Ultimate Timeline? We don't know. Walking Dead is about halfway through their first story arc, which is All Out War, and this is basically, and pardon my French, it's a pissing match between Rick and Negan. So Rick has his first arch nemesis, his first real bad guy, and it's going to happen in a zombie apocalypse. There's always going to be, a pissing match, I guess. I don't know, but there's some development going on, and some people aren't going to really come out of this ahead. And again, as people have been joking about any of the mainstream characters of this TV series, that if you like them a lot, it's guaranteed that Robert Kirkman's going to kill them off. So, you know, don't get too attached, I guess. But it's been a very all-encompassing story that's got a lot of characters. And it's, I think the end of April is, we'll see the end of this, so I'll have to wait and see. And that's it. So, some good titles in there to read. There's a lot more out there to read. And with the summer coming up with Free Comic Book Day, I expect to see some more good stories. So, that is Andy's Rack. I don't know. What are the new comics for January 29th, 2014? Aquaman 27. From the depths of the ocean comes Kerrigan, a monster so immense, Aquaman doesn't know how to start battling it. And while he has no idea what it is, the people of Atlantis do, and the last thing they want is their king to try to stop it. Damian, son of Batman, number 4. Will the devastating events of Damian Wayne's life push this troubled hero over the edge and send him straight into the abyss? Find out in this epic finale of this futuristic tale of tragedy. Guardians of the Galaxy number 11. The Guardians of the Galaxy get a reminder of Earth when they cross paths with the all-new X-Men during the trial of Jean Grey. When an alien race discovers that the original Jean Grey is back on Earth, they decide to hold her accountable for the acts of the Dark Phoenix. And it's up to the Guardians to help the X-Men save her. You won't want to miss this first encounter between the two biggest franchises in the Marvel U. Serenity Leaves on the Wind, number 1. Malcolm Reynolds' crew shook the verse to its core when they laid bare the crimes against humanity undertaken by their sinister government, the Alliance. Always outlaws, Mal and a very pregnant Zoe, and new pilot River Tam and the other surviving crew members are in greater danger than ever. Meanwhile, everyone is asking the same question. Superior Spider-Man number 26. The stage is set for the biggest Superior Spider-Man story of them all. And it starts here with a goblin fight like no other. The Green Goblin versus the original Hobgoblin, plus the thing that happened at the end of number 25. That thing that raised all those questions. You don't have to wait any longer. All right, I did something that I most likely will regret, but I thought, like most people were doing, they were kind of reflecting back on 2013, and I tried to do something, and it got too complicated, so I shortened it, and this is just going to prove wholeheartedly that I am a terrible, terrible actor. So please enjoy my thanking of people that have been supportive in the GamerCircle show in 2013. Please don't remove me from your circles and unlike me and stop following me on Twitter. This is going to be really bad. Alright everyone, I'm going to attempt to do something that I have never done before. I'm going to attempt to use technology like the internet and computers, and I'm going to try to contact myself all the way back in 2013. So bear with me for a sec here. I gotta double click this and that and this. Okay, I think I'm all set. Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Hello? Hello? Hey Andy, is that you? Who is this? Well, it's me, or you, but in 2014. Hey, do you have some time to help me thank some people from 2013? Yeah, I guess so. Great. If you could kindly reach underneath your seat, you will find an envelope. Can you please get that and open it? Wow, it's like a game show. It sure is. What you have there is a list of people in no particular order that I thought that we should take the time to thank and acknowledge for being supportive and helping us out and still keeping us in their circle. Is this in any particular order? No particular order. I wasn't listening. Fine. All right, here we go. Mary Dunn, Shauna Mack, Kara Ann, Sarah Waters, Alicia Perez, Steph Kirby, Julie Jameson, Christy Ann McPherson. Okay, now you go. Two things. Yes. How come I got all the dudes? They got hard names. Butt Munch. You'll do fine. I'm sure no one's going to get mad if you pronounce them incorrectly. Fine. Andrew Peltic, Patrick Holmquist, Mario Lombardo, Tom Eckert. Oh my God. You can do it. Contani Sequoia Cuesta. Hey, not bad. Shut up. Well, I want to thank myself from 2013, so thanks. I'm out of here. Going to get a pizza. Thanks again for hanging with us in 2013. See y'all in 2014. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, it was supposed to be a lot better. And there was going to be props and stuff, and I just don't. Anyway, sorry. Alright folks, let's talk about some gaming news. Now again, since I have been kind of out of the loop since November-ish, I thought instead of talking about specific gaming news just out of the blue, I thought I would just talk about what's going to happen in 2014 since we're in 2014. So some games that I am excited about, and I'm not going to say ecstatic, but I'm excited. Alright, we'll say both. And coming out soon, because it's 2014, Titanfall. Now this game's going to come out for Windows, Xbox 360, and Xbox One on March 11th. And rumor has it, and it's been on a few websites, that the beta is going to kick off on February 14th. So we all get a Valentine from the Titanfall creators. Now, I actually have sworn off 2014 as the year that I will not be an early adopter for any games. I will not be in betas. I will not do early access. Although I kind of fell back on one game, but I have only played it once. So will I participate in the Titanfall beta? No, I will not. I will just live vicariously through people that do enjoy the YouTube videos that they share. But I'm looking forward to Titanfall. It looks like a whole different twist on big robots and Call of Duty and all sorts of stuff. So if it's got a decent single-player campaign, I'm going to get it. But if it's all about multiplayer, I probably just won't do it because I don't want to get beat up by a 16-year-old. Okay? Next up is Destiny. Now this one I think is going to be one of the hottest games coming out this summer. It's coming out for PlayStation 3 and 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And no rumor of a PC release. Not really. So you're going to have to put it on your console. And this is whole kind of, it looks post-apocalyptic, but it looks like it takes place on perhaps an alien planet. Or the aliens came and attacked us. There's a huge story. You've got different character classes you can play. And of course there's different weapons. So it's one of those progressive games to where you start with your basics, and as you progress you can research and get new weapons and stuff. So, and I like those games. I like them that are progressive because you can take your time. You can become the completionist that you may or may not be. So that's Destiny. I had no idea that this game was even in development, and I probably wasn't really listening that hard, but there's a Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. There's no release date. It's 2014, and I just saw some actual in-game footage with some narration from one of the developers talking about the character you play, and it's... Somebody did an analogy that basically it's a Lord of the Rings Hobbit game. You know, it's a Lord of the Rings lore game that has the mechanisms, the gaming mechanics of Assassin's Creed and Blacklist. It's kind of like got all the things where you can hunker down, you can hide, you can do all sorts of awesome, you know, leaping here to there. But that's not the best part of it. What they showed in the video, and I can't show the video because if I do I'll probably get snagged by the YouTube Content ID system. So I would highly recommend go out there and look up Middle-earth Shadow Mordor. Check out the video because I haven't been a big follower of any of the games because they've sucked. Sorry. Love the movies, but the games sucked. With the exception of the online game. That's pretty good. Also, Dragon Age fans, you probably know this, Inquisition's coming out. That's going to be Windows, PlayStations, Xbox. That comes out fall. And a tiny bit of news, just recently announced, was Microsoft has acquired the rights of the whole Gears of War franchise. And they haven't said any plans what they plan to do with it, but that's news. So, hope you enjoyed it. All right, so let's talk about what I've been playing. I have been kind of singularly focused on one game, and I'm going to get to that in a sec, but I do have a game that I kind of play on the side. It's like a quickie you can fire up, play real quick, and then go back to it later. And it's FTL, Faster Than Light. It was a little independent game, and they had it on sale on Steam also. So I actually own it twice because I bought it with them, but I forgot I can't find my email, so I bought it during the last Steam sale. And it's one of those things where you start off with a basic ship, and you have a mission. You have, the weakness of this alien fleet, an alien invasion fleet, and you're trying to get to your base or to your fleet's headquarters to tell them what the secret is. And along the way, you start acquiring technology for your ship. You start trading stuff and putting new weapons on and training your crew and stuff like that. It's not a graphically superior game, but it doesn't suck. In no way. It's one of those little micromanaging games that the interface is simple, the sound effects are simple. I've yet to beat it, so that's why I keep playing it. So FTL, well worth the price of the game, and if not, wait for a Steam sale. Next up is I did a short video on it, and it's Lateral Damage, and in a million years, if someone said, hey, Andy, there's this game where you get to play a cat and you just get to, go around the room and cause chaos, I would not be interested. But I got so many emails and some tweets about this game that I should check it out. I did. And, I was not impressed with just the whole concept. But then I saw the in-game footage and said, oh, yeah, I got to download this and try it out. And I did 8 or 9 minutes of game footage. And it's a hilarious game. It's just one of those things to where if you've had a bad day, play this game. Because you're not going to be in a grumpy mood after you've been a cat just knocking crap over. Because that's what you get to do. You get to knock crap over. Now, speaking of bad moods, I am going to lead into the game that I've been very focused on. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now, I am an advocate for playing games and having fun, because that's what all gaming should be. You shouldn't have to go to your work for 8 or 9 hours and then come home and then play and then consider it work or hard or unsatisfactory or stressful. Assassin's Creed 4 has been stressful for me. I can't stand one of the game mechanics in this flippin' game, and I've actually become a very, very poor gamer because of this game. I generally, like anyone else, I'm human, and if something bad happens, I will let loose a few colorful metaphors. But with Assassin's Creed 4, I have digressed to the ex-sailor I used to be, when every other word was F this, up yours, your butt this, and my nose there, and because of one gaming mechanic that I think is the worst part of the game ever created in any game ever. And I may be wrong, but this is how I feel. So the game is awesome, with that one exception. It's got a really awesome story, and what I like about this game is you don't have to know anything about the previous Assassin's Creed. So that's why I'm going, yeah, cool, I'll play it, because when you hop in the middle of the story, you're going, okay, why is that so significant? Why did he say that? And how come I died because of that? You don't have to worry about this. You can pick up, the graphics are sweet, the special effects, the animations, and again, it's one of those games to where you have character/vehicles where through the progression of the game you start acquiring stuff, and there's got some crafting in there, so you can, you start off with a basic pistol and a basic sword and a basic outfit, but then you start upgrading all of that, so you do more damage, you can take more damage, and that also includes your ship. So you get to be a pirate, or an assassin, or a pirate-assassin, assassin-pirate, I don't know, whatever. But you get to upgrade all that stuff, and Twice in this game, I've got to steer a man of war, and oh, it was sweet. But did I get to keep it? No. And that's not what I'm upset about. I'm hopefully, as the story progresses, I get a man of war, because that is an awesome ship. Here's the gaming mechanic that Andy does not like. Now, the game has got the free roam mechanism, which if you don't know, you can basically go wherever you want. You're not locked into rails or anything like that. You can run over here, run over there, bump this guy and stuff like that. And it's an Ubisoft game, which I previously just played their Splinter Cell Blacklist, and in that one I didn't cuss as much. Nowhere near as much as this game, and it's all because of what I'm about to tell you. The gaming mechanics, like this in this Assassin's Creed game, everyone says are similar, but they've changed some stuff. So I don't know if they changed them good or bad, but for me, if I'm running and chasing a courier, which sometimes happens, or when you're chasing anyone or trying to spy on somebody, what's cool is you can run up to a building and you just grab and you start climbing, if it's a climbable terrain. That's awesome. But it doesn't work every single time, and I have yet to figure out why. And what really POs me off about this, Ubisoft, or whoever really designed it, I'm chasing a courier. Oh, he takes a left down an alley. I take a left down an alley, but because I was a little bit closer to the wall than he is, I'm now hanging on the edge of a windowsill. And he's taken off. He got free. He got away. So, Assassin's Creed 4, I do recommend it. Look out for the gaming mechanic. There's no way to change it or disable it or anything like that. And I think probably towards the end of the game, I'm going to get used to the feature, but then the game will be over. So, that's what I have been playing. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show for this week. And again, I want to apologize that I haven't been around for the last couple of months. I got sick. I got really sick. I got that big flu thing that was going around. Took me a while to shake it off. Finally got over it. And then plus the holidays came around, and I was still kind of recovering, so I didn't want to try to do a show. I'd get stressed out and get sick again. I just wanted to get all healthy, all better, and read my comic books and eat my pizza and play my video games. So that is the show for this week. I, again, want to thank everyone that has been so supportive of me and the show. And I look forward to doing more shows. Yes, I will be doing more shows. And it's been 2013 was a very interesting year for me. I look forward to 2014, making new friends, new connections. And again, if there's anyone out there that you found any of this remotely entertaining or had any sort of information, please pass along to your friends, coworkers, families. And if you want to check out any of my past shows, I put links on the side here, so you can check out any of my previous Let's Play, any of the previous Let's Show. There's a big button down below so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And there's also another button where you can follow me on Google+, because that's pretty much the only social network I do any of my social networking. So until next week, thanks a lot. You guys have a great week.